Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this look like this. I work on websites often and sometimes I need to edit images, so today I'm showing you how I do that. So I wasn't sure what to call the images or photos or pics that we're talking about, so I looked it up and it looks like image is more general, so throughout this video I'm going to say image. I'm editing images, even though there's some photos, pictures, even though they kind of linked. The one that I'm going to say is image. So normally I go to Canva and this is what it looks like. You can go to Canva at canva.com and you'll probably have to log in or first create a free account, and once you do that you'll be able to see all this. So these are some of the recent designs I did. I'm probably blurring out a lot of this, but yeah, I use Canva all the time, and if I just want to edit one image, I click on create a design and then upload, and then click upload files, and I choose the image I want to edit. Let's say that one, and I'll click open, and I'll click use in the design, custom size. If there's any problem with the current dimensions, I'll just click fix it for me and create a new design. Cool, so I can click on this image and click edit, and then there's a pane that opens up on the left. There's lots of cool stuff in this first row, but you can only use that if you're using Canva Pro. I am using Canva Pro, but it's definitely not needed. That just means you can do a few more extra things inside of Canva, which you could have otherwise just used. There's lots of free websites where you can remove the background, and I can do the magic eraser just with the basic photo app on my PC. But the Pro plan lets you do everything inside of Canva, which is really convenient. And I'll show you some of these ones. Let's do background remover. I'll click on that, and it'll remove the orange brownish background. If I give it a sec, if I go back to edit, I can just undo by clicking undo, and I'll try out the magic eraser by clicking on that. And let's say I want this bird gone, I'll click on it and click erase, and that's it. I'll go back, and I actually want that bird back, so I'll click undo and look at some of the other features. This is another cool one. If I click on this, it'll expand the image to fit whatever size my design is. So if I click on a whole page here, it'll spread to the top and the bottom. I'll click expand, and that expansion, that expanded area is AI generated, so sometimes it doesn't look good, but for a simple image like this it might be fine. It doesn't take too long. Okay, that's not great. If I go back and click on magic expand again, in fact if I close this and click back, I click undo and then go back to magic expand, click whole page and click expand, then they give you a few choices. They don't just expand it and, you know, like in one way that you have to accept or decline. They give you 2 or 3 options. So here on the left I can already see click see the different options. So this is the one that we had. I think that's a bit more like how I would prefer it, besides the top there. I'll click on this one, and I think this is really the best, so I'll click done. Alternatively, I can just go back and change the size by dragging this, and that's gonna change the image a bit because it's gonna cut out the edges, but in this case I think it's fine. So I'll click on it again and go to edit, and that's some of the fun stuff that you can do with the Pro plan. There's lots more, but I don't really, as I said, I'm mainly just editing the more basic things. Here's some more effects at the bottom, and these are available with the free plan. If I click on shadow, you won't be able to see likely with shadow. If I shrink this image and put it there, and now choose the page lift shadow, you'll see what kind of effect it has on the image. Click on shadows again and change that to dropped. The one that I use most often is drop, but I think curved also looks good. And glow. I don't need that today though. I won't use any of these apps either. We can try out the blur feature. I'll click on that and blur the sides, make the brush bigger. If you use the blur effect in the same place multiple times, the intensity keeps increasing, so you just want to be careful with that. It's good. I won't do that. I'll also remove the shadow by clicking edit, go to shadow and click none. Let's click on edit again. And then probably the thing I use most, which is adjust, I'll click on that. This is where we can make the image big again. So adjust is where you can edit more of the specifics in the image. I don't mess with temperature much, but I think this looks good here, so I'll leave that. Brightness is definitely something I tweak most of the time. I don't really mess with contrast or highlights. Shadow I'll use if there's a big glare somewhere in the video, or sorry, the image. If there's a big glare somewhere in the image, then I'll reduce or drag the shadow level around to where I think the image looks a bit better. Don't really mess with whites or blacks, not generally. Vibrance is also something that I've been using a lot. I think it might be a combination. I don't understand it, but it might be a combination between saturation and something else. I feel like it changes a couple things, or maybe it's just a substitution for exposure. I don't know, but I do like messing with vibrance. If I mess with vibrance, I don't really mess with saturation. Sharpness is something that I'll play with if it's a bigger image, if there's a lot more going on and it's zoomed way out, it's kind of, the focus is less obvious and it's maybe way off in the distance, like if there was a house there, then I might mess with the sharpness. But if it's something that's in your face, or in this case, like there's nothing like that, then I won't mess with sharpness. Same with clarity. It's not really something I use. I don't know how to say this word. I think it's vignette. I use this when I make some thumbnails for YouTube sometimes. Like I'll go 100% to bring out to make the front image stand out a bit more. I don't care for it in this one though. Other things I like doing is adding text, so I'll click on text and add a heading. And you'll just type some random text. Change the size. And change the font style. There's a bunch of fonts available. In this case, if there's a huge gap between the two words, then I just click on that text and click on spacing and then start messing around with these options. I can shrink this box and make this a bit bigger. And I'll change this color to white. I'll leave it on white, but I'll click on effects and then click lift, something I use very often, and increase the intensity. And to maybe make this a bit more interesting, I'd love it if that birds were on top of this text. And I feel like there were 3 birds before. Let me just check that. I'll click on edit. Oh, in fact, let me move the text up. Oh, okay, these 3 birds. Put it back. And now I'd love it if those birds were on top of the text. So I'll click on this background image and then click duplicate. And now I'm going to use that background remover. So I'll click there. And now we can see there's another image here. And if you want to get a better look at what's going on here, like where the different images are, what they are, we can click on position and layers. And I can see that feeling lost is in between these 2 images. Like if I move this all the way to the front, the text will disappear. And if I move this all the way to the front, the birds won't be in front until I move this image, which if I click on PG remover, you'll be able to see it more clearly. This is what that image looks like. I'll X to go out of there. and then click on position and move that all the way to the front to get that going. I also want some of the sand to creep up on the text, so I'll click on text here to move it around, and I think that looks good. I'll just move it a bit to the right. I want the top of the image to be darker, so click edit and then click adjust, and then maybe try some of this. No, I don't think any of these settings are gonna help me with this brightness on top, so what I'm gonna do is use an element, which is something that I also often do. I'll click on elements and then search for background. They're gonna give me lots of colorful background options, but I just want like a fade, like a dark fade. So background smoke or background fade, background black. And this is another place that the Pro plan really comes in handy for, because there's a lot more elements available for you if you're on the Pro plan, but there's also some for if you're not. Let's try background fade. I think this is what I'm looking for, so I'll click on that and change the rotation, make it fit. Decrease the transparency of it. It's quite obvious where it starts, so I'll try to stretch it over the whole image and just decrease the transparency a lot. It's not really giving me what I want, so I'll delete it. I feel like this image is, it's almost like for an explorer feeling lost, like the font, I feel like that's kind of explorer. I don't know why. And like it's the desert, so I probably won't use this, but I'm thinking of seeing what a hat looks like in this image. Something like that, not even like this. I want this to flip, so I'll click flip horizontal. No, I don't like it. No. I don't want to delete the wrong thing here, so I'll click on position and then click on that and backspace. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, so I'll add some bad weather, maybe some weather. I try not to spend too long on editing, just because stuff's always going, things are always happening, so it's usually not worth it to spend like more than 10 minutes editing something. To me. So if I don't get weather, then maybe I'll just leave it. See all. Actually, let me try sky. Let me try the sky. No, not that sky. Let me try the sky. Hear me out. Hear me out. Wait it out. I'll click on position and then remove this background also. Yeah. Yeah, it worked. Okay. So then that stays there, but this goes all the way to the bottom. But now you can't see the birds. Maybe there's a bit of sky. Let's see. Sky. Graphics. Sure, I'll just use this one. Actually, no. That's okay, I guess. That's fine. I'll delete that. Maybe there's sun I can add. Let's see. Sun. Some kind of sun, some kind of glare. No, it's AI what I should put there. Something I like doing sometimes. Even if I don't use the idea that I get from AI, it often still makes me think of a different one. So I have an image. That is on the desert, and mostly text in the middle. It's feeling lost. And some birds, and sky. That is a wide open sky, top of the words. And I don't want to be so open. Full space with doesn't have to fill the whole space. Just something to make it look a bit more full, interesting. And I know I can just cut this off, like I can just cut this off. I can click crop, or I can just shrink the I can literally resize this image to chop off that top with all the sky, but I want to add something there. The advice from AI says natural elements, clouds, sun, moon, birds, insects. There's already birds there. Feathers, leaves, nope. Compass, no. Map, no. Stylized shapes, typography, more creative typography. That means more creative text. Silhouettes of trees, no. Mountains, no. I'm making this too much. Let me look at these pictures. Yeah, there's usually a sun in the background. Okay, let's try sun again. Sun. Let's try that again. I feel inspired by these pictures with the hat on, so look at that. I'll try this one. And instead of putting it over everything, I'm gonna just put it over the F. Feeling lost. Is that too out of place? Is the hat too like clear? Let's edit the hat. Click edit. Click adjust. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about it anymore. That's fine. I just wanna see what the sky looks like if this isn't reset. I think that doesn't look bad. Feeling lost. It's quite bright still. Now I'll go to position and put back that sky. And actually I'm gonna put it under and remove background. Nice, that looks fine. And if I want to save this image, go to the top right and click share, and you can change the name of your file here, by the way. So this is going to be saved as feeling lost. I'll click share and click download, and now I get to choose how I want to save it, as a PDF or JPG, and there's even reasoning as to what's good for what. Like if I wanted to print it, then you know, PDF. Anyway, I save 95% of the images as PNG because I normally just need them to be complex images or illustrations. I don't need to, I don't worry about the other ones. And then I click download. I don't know how long this video is, but that took me like 30 minutes. Usually it takes me like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, especially if I know what the image is supposed to look like. Cool. If you made it to the end, then please subscribe, because I make videos like this. I will make videos like this all the time. And if you like the video, then please like the video, like click like. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.